Hey y'all, welcome to day 22 of my log where I share my thoughts, ideas, and my journey in life with you guys. For today's topic is real simple, something I was thinking about the other day, and I really wanted to share with you guys. For today's topic, what I really want to share with you guys is real simple. It's something I noticed why a lot of people are not happy, why a lot of people find it hard to attract love, why a lot of people find it hard to be successful, because a lot of people lack self-esteem. A lot of people are insecure. One of my favorite quotes by I believe Jim Rohn, one of the original, the godfather of all motivational speaking. He said that your life will never exceed your self-esteem, and that's something that's very true. Something that's really powerful. That everything starts with self-esteem. That you have to believe in yourself. That you have to love yourself. You have to believe in your capabilities. You have to be comfortable with who you are. You have to be peaceful and know who you are, and that starts to having confidence in yourself, and you have to have some sort of self-esteem. And of course, self-esteem is not always perfect, but you got to have self-esteem, confidence, and belief and faith in yourself that you can love, be happy, and pursue any kind of success of anything you want to achieve and do for your life to fulfill your purpose, your destiny, your future. And a lot of people just lack self-esteem. A lot of people are insecure of who they are. A lot of people don't like who they are, hate who they are, and that's one of the toughest questions. A lot of people always ask me, like, how do I build self-esteem? How do I, uh, especially a lot of people that I talk to every single day. They come from a household that's very negative. They come from a household that's broken. They come from a household that they never felt love in their house. There wasn't a lot of inspiration. There wasn't a lot of role models growing up as a child. So growing up, they never developed that self-esteem. So when they started adjusting to the real world after school, after high school, they found it really really hard to find confidence in their happiness, to find confidence in themselves, to find confidence in the love that they deserve, and find confidence in order to achieve their goals and aspirations to be successful. So if anybody out there, if you find it if you find it hard to be confident in yourself, if you lack self-esteem, if you come from a broken home, if you come from a household that there wasn't a lot of inspiration, there wasn't a lot of love, a lot of negativity, a lot of pain and struggle growing up, and the people around you are just not good people, and you find it really, really hard to have faith in yourself. You find it really, really hard to believe in yourself. You find it really, really hard to be confident in who you are as a person. To be in love with who you are, to trust your own thoughts, ideas, to trust the things that you're comfortable doing that makes you happy. If you find it really hard if you find it really hard to develop self-esteem, I want to express my love to you that the first thing that you need to do, and in my opinion, the first thing that you need to do, in my opinion, is start changing the conversation that you have within yourself. Because the origin of all self-esteem is who we are on the inside. And the most important person that we talk to, the person that we talk to the most every single day, our entire life, is not our parents, it's not our siblings, it's not our family members, it's not even your best friend. The person that you spend the most time with is the person on the inside of that person you talk to every single day when nobody's around. So my first step and my advice to all you guys, I encourage you guys to start changing the conversation you have. And the first step into achieving that, you got to start talking to that person in a positive way. And you got to start changing the conversation, because most people who lack self-esteem, most people who don't have confidence in themselves, most people who lack faith in their life, if they find it really, really hard to have the confidence to start anything, start any goal, try something new, go outside the comfort zone, it's just because they lack the self-esteem. And like Jim Rohn said, your life will never exceed your self-esteem and faith and confidence that you have within yourself. Because if you don't believe that you can be happy, if you don't believe that you can attract love, you don't believe in success, then what happens is when you go into situations that have some type of happiness, that have some type of love, that have some type of success, you're gonna run away from it because that's foreign to you, right? That's opposite of what you believe in, right? And I see this a lot of people, especially a lot of people that come from a broken life, from a hard past, made some bad decisions, and you've gone through a lot of struggles your entire life, a lot of trauma, and I get it. That's hard. I'm not, I understand. I completely. I'm not saying I understand your struggle, but I understand having a difficult past that's really really hard to move on from, because we all have a past. I have a past too. I have a lot of things in my past I had to sort out and figure out and realize that those were the things that was bringing me down. Those were the things that was always a burden in my heart, in my soul, in my mind, and it was causing me to be insecure of who I am. It was causing me to have negative conversations with myself. And so instead of building myself up, whenever something good happened in my life, whenever I found somebody I was attracted to that I wanted to open up to be in love, whenever I found an opportunity that I really wanted to do to be successful, because I lacked the self-esteem, I was always negative to myself. So instead of building myself up, I was tearing myself down. I was always telling myself, you know what, that happiness, it's not gonna last. There must be a catch to it. That love I feel within that person, that person's not faithful. I always try to find a negative in that person to confirm that love isn't real. Especially when it comes to success. If I failed one time, see, I told you so. I told myself these are thoughts that was running into my mind. See, I told myself, see, you failed. See, I told you it wasn't gonna work out. And that's why a lot of people that's why a lot of people don't have self-esteem, don't have a lot of confidence, because the conversation within themselves is really negative, is really toxic, is really detrimental to their personal growth, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. And you have to start feeding yourself love, because what happens is, in the hardest times of our life, when we go through difficult times, when we go through adversity, when we are put in situations that makes us uncomfortable, fearful, and feel anxiety, but those situations are necessary for your growth, to reach your full potential, to progress, to improve your life. The first person we talk to in times of adversity and struggle and difficulty is the person that we have, the person that who we are on the inside. We start having those conversations. If you don't condition your mind, if you don't feed your mind with love, positivity, faith, kindness, and generosity, compassion, then what happens is, when you have that conversation with that person, especially when your life is falling apart, when all you see is negativity, when all you see is darkness, and if you look within yourself to have that conversation about the negative circumstances in your life, but the person on the inside is already negative, toxic, is already defeated, then that's gonna be the advice and the thoughts that you're gonna focus on, and that's what's going to deter you from actually moving forward, but convince you to give up and stay back. So that's very important for you guys, for everybody out there that find it really, really hard to build self-esteem. That the first step, you just gotta change that conversation within yourself. You gotta change that conversation. You gotta start feeding that person love, faith, compassion, kindness, right? Peace, right? You gotta really look deep within yourself, into your darkness, and start having those conversations, having those tough conversations. Talk to yourself. Ask yourself, why do I have so much hatred in my heart, right? Because you have to learn to let go of all the negative hate, criticism, doubt, failures, past, toxic, hurt, anything that's tearing you down, anything that's making your heart heavy, that's an extra burden, that's not letting you go to be free, to move forward. You have to have that tough conversation, and that's a conversation a lot of people don't want to have. And I know it's tough, right? I know it's tough, right? If you have daddy issues, you have mommy issues, if you grew up in a broken home, right? People abused you, right? You've been, mentally abused, physically abused, spiritually abused, right? If people bullied you at school, if people bullied you growing up, right? If people hated on you, if people did bad things to you early in your life, those are things, those are hurt and burdens and hate and things that within yourself that you have to let go. And the only way you can let go is you have to have a conversation with that person and tell that person, no, it is okay. You know what? I have to make peace with that. You have to make peace with your insecurities. You have to make peace with your hurt. You have to make peace. You have to make peace with your past. You have to make peace with all the things that's holding you down, that's making you feel insecure, that's holding you back from finding your true self. And that's the key. You have to start changing the conversation, because that person you are on the inside is always going to be the person that's going to feed you self-esteem. Your person, that inner person in yourself, you can call it subconscious, you can call it spirit, you can call it, inner self. But that person is the one that's going to cheer you, that's going to, cheer you up, that's going to motivate you, inspire you, that's going to pump you up when you definitely need that in your life. But that's very important for everybody out there. That's something I notice a lot of people struggle with, and that is the first step, right? And like I said, when it comes to self-esteem, you need to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. You don't build self-esteem overnight. Nobody's born confident. No one's born with ultimate faith. No one's born knowing exactly who they are, because the reality is we all go through shit, right? We all go through pain. Life is a struggle. Struggle is life. We all go through hardships. There's gonna be a lot of bad things and things that didn't work out in our past, right? We're gonna be hurt. We're gonna meet bad people. People are going to disappoint us, right? People are going to hurt us, right? Life, there's going to be so many unfair situations that's going to happen in our life. People that we love, pass away. There's going to be so many things, and of course, everybody's situation is different. But in order to find yourself, in order to find peace with your life, to move forward, and to build self-esteem, is you have to change that conversation. And every single day, you gotta, and just think about it. Right, just do a self-check, self evaluation. Think about it. Just look at your day. Just look at your day today, and think about it. Just look at your day, and think about what kind of thoughts do you focus on every single day, 24 hours in a day, and be honest with yourself. Like, what is the percentage of the how much percentage of what is the percentage of the time that you focus on positive thoughts, and what is the percentage of your day? What is the percentage of your day that you focus on positive thoughts? And what is the percentage of your day that you focus on negative? And what you realize is that if you're always unhappy, if you always fall into depression, if you always feel anxiety, if you always sad, if you always lack confidence, if you're always afraid, living in fear, right? If you're always negative, if you're pessimistic, right? Always see the worst in situations. You're going to notice that when you start looking deep within yourself, and you got to start looking deep within your mind, your soul, and your spirit, and your heart, and you start looking at that person within, and start having a real open conversation with that person, you got to realize that person's negative. You got to realize that that's something I noticed, because if you see people that are happy, if you see people who are always attracting love into their life, if you see people who are always successful, the only difference between them and you is just their mindset. It's just they have confidence, their self-esteem, and of course they're not different. It's not like they're born different. They're human just like us. But what they and of course they all come. A lot of people who are successful, they all come from different. Everybody has shit that they go through every single day. Everybody has a past. There's no easy path to success. There's no easy path to love. There's no easy path to find happiness in your life. Life is a struggle. The struggle is life. But the reality is you don't allow your situation to dictate your life. You take control of your life by taking control of the thoughts in your mind and of what you believe about yourself to be true. And the way you do that is you gotta start feeding your mind every single day. You gotta, like I said, if you look at your 24 hours in a day, think about how many negative thoughts that you think of and you focus on every single day. How many negative feelings? How many times do you focus on the past? How many times do you focus on the hurt? How many times do you focus on negative feelings and ill feelings towards people that hurt you, that did wrong to you, right? If you feel some type of revenge, you still feel some type of you just you want to criticize and be judgmental to everybody. If you have those thoughts, then that's why you're always judging. Your thoughts of your insecurities and your lack of self-esteem and the things that you hate about yourself in your life, that's a reflection of how you treat, judge, and love other people, and that's it's gonna be a reflection of how you behave towards other people, and be a reflection of what kind of decisions that you make and your habits that you make every single day. Because if you're always negative, if you're always judgmental, if you're always hateful to your own self, if you're always pessimistic to your own self, always tearing yourself down, then of course that's not going to encourage you to try new things. That's not going to encourage you to move forward, progress in your life. That's not going to encourage you when life gets tough to push through, to have that grit, to have that persistence, to have that confidence, to push through when things that don't look really well. So that's the first step for all you guys out there, that you got to start every single day. You have to feed yourself love, faith, and positivity. And that's something you must focus. You have to focus that I'm every single minute, every single hour, every single second of my life, I'm going to focus on making sure that I focus on nothing but positive. And what happens is when you do that every single day, when you've conditioned yourself and put in the repetitions, the reps, every single day, I'm going to think positively every single day. And of course, there's so many ways to do it. You can read a book, you can read positive books, you can listen to motivational podcasts, you can listen to audiobooks. Surrounding yourself with positive people, that's a big one, right? You have to cut all the negative people in your life, family, friends, anybody. If it doesn't, like I said, if it doesn't build you up, if it doesn't make your life better, if it doesn't add value to your life, you gotta cut it, right? Because like, especially when it comes to the people in your circle that's very toxic, that's very negative, that doesn't have your best intentions, that doesn't want to see you win, that doesn't want to see you happy, you have to make sure that you surround those people, because those are the people that are easily able to influence you. Because when we meet people we love, their advice, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, we're more susceptible to let that into our life and let our guard down, right? For me, I have my wall against negativity is pretty strong, pretty solid. And the only time I drop that wall down to even allow people into my life, because like I said, if you're not positive, if I don't believe that you're a positive person, if I don't believe you have the best intentions for me, if I don't believe that that you're a good person, if you're toxic, I'm not even gonna pay attention to what you're gonna say to me. The only people I actually care about their opinion and allowing that opinion to be heard, to go into my mind so I can dwell and focus on it, is only people that are positive, they're faithful, they're loving, and I know that they're genuinely trying to help me. They genuinely have love for me, and they, like I said, they want to see me win. Anybody opposite of that, people that are toxic, people that are negative, people that always they have an agenda, they're trying to manipulate, use me. No matter what they say, they could be a millionaire, they could be a billionaire, it could be Barack Obama, they could be the president of the United States. I won't care what they say, because the most important thing for me to protect is the person inside me, because that's the person that's always going to be there for me. I cannot take a risk. I will not tolerate anybody coming in and trying to pollute and destroy and tear down the person I love, which is the person on the inside, because I have to love myself first before I can love anybody else. Because in order for me to grow, in order for me to take a step forward, in order for me to progress, it starts within. Right? I can't help anybody. I can't take care of my family if I don't take care and help myself first. Right? I can't support anybody. I can't be inspirational. I can't give other people my love, my faith, my energy, my time, if I don't give that same time, energy, and faith to the person that matters the most, is the person within. And I protect that person and my wall with that person. And I have like a super, super, huge wall. That wall within me is super protected. I'm very overprotected of that person, especially when I feel the negative vibes and energy from people. I just stay away from that person. I'm not even judging those people. When I meet negative people, when I meet bad people, I don't even judge them. Especially people that hurt me in the past, I don't even judge them, because I know what it feels like to be hurt. Because in the past, when I was hurt, the way I would make myself feel better, I would go and intentionally hurt other people, and I know what that feels like. So I have compassion towards those people. So when I see people that are negative, or I see people that criticize my life, that hate towards my life, that judge my life, saying bad things behind my back, or just saying negative things about me, having no context of what kind of, they have no idea who I am. They don't even know me or my true self. I just understand that they're hurting inside, and because I know what that feels like as well. So I don't want to add to that. I don't want to add to more people's pain. I don't want to add to people's struggles. People are struggling and going through their own life and dealing with their own shit, and they're dealing with their own issues. What I'm like, the most important thing for me is I want to make sure that I'm loving the person who within me, and having that healthy conversation every single day. Just like when if you have a family member, like I said, just like you, everybody has a family member. You guys have siblings, you have mom and dad. You will never hurt your younger brother or your sister, your brother. You'll never hurt your mom or your dad. I mean, just depending on the situation, whoever that person is in your life, we all have that one person that we love in our life, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your dog or your cat. But we will never hurt that person. We will never, criticize that person. We will never tear that person down. Then why would you do that to yourself? Why would you hate yourself? Why would you tear yourself down? Why would you criticize yourself? Right? Why would you bring toxic situations to people to purposely risk of hurting that person on the inside the same way you wouldn't do that to your own kids, to your own siblings, to your own mom and dad? You wouldn't bring a stranger that's toxic and negative into your own house. You wouldn't do that. You want to bring love. You want to bring faith, compassion, kindness into your house. Your body is your temple. It's your house, right? And like I said, there's no other place like home, right? The foundation of all love, faith, and positivity starts at home, right? So, that's something I want to share with you guys today. Please start changing that conversation. Start practicing positive reaffirmation. Wake up every single day, and like I said, I challenge you, right? If you reevaluate your life and you realize that most 24 hours of your day, most of the time you're just negative, I challenge you, right? I challenge you to take a baby steps. Next tomorrow, spend at least 10% of your day thinking positively, and see that. And I'm telling you, it's gonna make a big difference. Eventually, you work from 10%, 20% of your day, 30% of your day. Maybe 1 hour of your day, just read a book, a positive self-help book, motivational book. 1 hour of your day, just listen to some positive motivation. I highly recommend doing it in the morning, because in the morning, that's when our alpha and beta waves in our brain is the most active. So you're more able to not only retain, not only obtain, but also retain information early in the morning. That's when our brain is the most active, like the first hour, 2 hours. I think I listened to somebody's podcast. I'm not really sure, but they said there's a study done that our brain is the most active in the morning. So that's the best time. I recommend any time to do it throughout the day, whether you do it in your sleep, right before you go to sleep, or throughout your lunch break. I know everybody's life is busy, but I highly recommend to do it the first thing you do in the morning. You know that old saying, you know, you know, how the way you get up in the morning that's gonna set the pace for the rest of your day. So if you start your day on a positive note with love, faith, and compassion, and inspiration, then that's gonna trickle down into the rest of your day, because now you got your mind going, right? And if you do that over a period of time, consistency, what you're gonna realize is, just like any other person, just like working out, right? When you work out every single day, naturally your body starts to change and adjust into being muscular, into being healthy, building endurance and building muscle tone. And the same thing with our mind. Our mind is a muscle, right? So the more you practice that, the more you feed love, faith, and inspiration, positivity into your brain every single morning, every single day, whatever time you do it. If you do that consistently over time, your brain, that person, right, will change, right? Just like when we lose weight, we have a physical transformation. You're gonna have a mental transformation. You're gonna have an emotional transformation. You're gonna have a spiritual transformation, especially if you do believe in God, then if you add God into, include God into your life by praying and asking for his help and for his guidance. So, and then for me, that's how I live my life. I just live my life. I love myself. I love my life. I know a lot of people in my family, friends, and people in my life don't understand me, but like I said, they don't understand who I am. They don't know who I am, and they don't know the struggles and things I've gone through. I keep my life to myself because I don't want to burden anybody else. Because I know everybody struggles with something. I know everybody's going through shit. That's just life. I know that, right? Because if everybody was happy, if everybody was in love, everybody was successful, then they wouldn't have time to hate and judge, right? Like I said, if you're killing it, that's how I always tell people. If you're killing it, if you're winning in life, if you have the love, if you have love in your life, if you found that right partner, if you're happy and peaceful who you are, you don't worry about other people. You don't compare yourself to anybody. You don't care what everybody else is doing because you're good, right? That's why you always say the people that are always on top, they don't waste time looking at the people in the bottom. It's always the haters, the people that criticize, that always want to be judgmental. It's always the people below you. It's always the people that's doing worse than you. Right? There's always the people behind you, not in front of you. Because if they were in front, they wouldn't have time to look back at you and talk about you because they're already in front, right? So, and so like I said, for me, I just focus on myself, and I'm not perfect either. Look, I make mistakes. I make mistakes. It's just part of life. I struggle too. Sometimes I get negative too. Sometimes I feel I break down and just going through it. But I don't dwell there and the reason why I don't dwell there because the person inside with me, I spent so many years of my life talking to that person, feeding that person so much love, positivity, and kindness that when I'm down, that person inside me is always willing to catch me and say, "Hey, man, you're better than this. Hey, man, don't waste your time. Don't dwell on this. We got goals to do. We got a dream to achieve. We got things to do, right? That negativity it's not gonna make your life any better. So that person, that's my subconscious, just takes over and just heals me and just feeds me love, faith, and positivity. And so I don't spend a lot of time being down, even though I feel it because I'm human. But I get back up and remind myself, man, I'm real mother freaking the koozie. Why? I was like, I can't believe I let that hater, I can't believe I let that negative person, that toxic person waste a minute or 5 minutes or any second of my day. I can't believe I just wasted 5 seconds of my day. And like I said, life is just too short, right? I think somebody said, if you had $86,411 and somebody took $5 and somebody took $5 away from you, would you care? No, because you still have 86,000, whatever that number is. I'm bad at math. I'm sorry. Left, right? Right? You wouldn't even care. It's the same thing. Like there's 86,000, seconds in a day, right? Why would you let somebody? Why would you spend 1 second, 5 seconds, 10, 60 seconds of your day? Why would you waste? Even if you felt negative, even if you just felt like 60 seconds, a minute of negativity, right? Why would you let that 60 seconds? Why would you waste all your time and energy on that 60 seconds when you have 86,000 seconds left of life, of seconds left to focus on love? And that's just the way I see it. I have my whole life ahead of me. I have if God gives me another chance tomorrow to wake up, God bless. But I'm gonna utilize and take advantage of every single second, minute, hour of my day, trying to be happy. And I don't have time. I can't waste any time because, like I said, just think about it. If you focus your whole life, if you live in fear, live in hate, live in negativity, and there's a lot of people like that, right? And imagine like those people, man. That's tough. That's a miserable, painful, negative life that has, and of course, nothing good comes out of it. And I just, life is just too short to live your life that way, right? So, yeah. So I love all you guys. I hope you guys, I add some value to your life. And like I said, just I challenge you every single day to spend most of your life every single day to find time to feed yourself love, faith, positivity. Change that conversation. Make sure that person on the within, that person loves you, the person believes in you, the person's kind to you, and the person's always gonna build you up and add value to your life. Make sure that person is inside of you. And remember, the person you can spend the most of your life talking to is the person within. So make sure you take care of that person first before you take care of anything else. All right. So I love you guys. I hope you guys, like this. If you love my content, please like and subscribe to my video. If you love what I said, please drop us some comments. Any thoughts about what I said. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And please, if you added value to your life, please share with the people you love. Like I said, my mission is to spread love and positivity in the world and travel the world and help as many people as I can to make a difference in this world. And I love all you guys. Let's walk by faith, not by sight. Let's spread the love and positivity. Say blessed all Fatu. Peace.